Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Ready, player one? Welcome to May 1982, where we played everything, and the last thing we did was read the May issue of Analog Computing. Let's press forward and see our next game. And it shouldn't be any surprise, because in the magazine we saw Maniac, and I spent the last 4 or 5 hours typing in Maniac so everyone can play it. Just kidding. It's play yourself really quick. So it's May 10th, 1982, and we're going to play some Maniac, which you got from Analog Computing. Rick Messner said, "You're going to love this game," and we're going to see if he's right. Now, it offers 1 and 2 players, and I'm going to plug in a second controller because this is where the fun begins. I'm going to hit number 2. And now we are in. I'm playing as player 1 right now. Got my Atari joystick plugged into the Atari 800, and you can see this is Berserk. It's a Berserk clone that you could have typed in for free. Well, I guess you spent, how many hours it was to type in, because this was several pages long. But I'm the green character, but here's what's cool. As the second player, whoever is nearby as the enemy, you can control. So this is me moving the second controller. It is 2-player simultaneous Berserk that you could play. I think you kill yourself if you walk into the wall. Let's see. Yeah. I would say we haven't played every type-in game, but this is one of the best type-in games. I'm sure if I had friends back in 1982 and someone typed this up, we would be playing this for a long time. There's one person that plays as the hero. Whoever's the first player plays as the green guy, and then everybody else, it's controlled by computers until you get close to one of them. And when you get close enough, let me get about right here, then now the second player takes over. So whoever is nearby automatically takes control of the enemy. Cool idea. We've seen Berserk variants already, but didn't expect a type-in game to be a Berserk variant that's 2-player simultaneous. I think in the magazine they said it was about a few screens, probably less than 10. But the idea that you could play, and all the lives are gone, that you can play with a friend is so cool. So press any key to continue. We got to use the keyboard. There we go. Go back to the beginning. Yes, this was a type-in game. It still blows me away. Good point. Let's see if Evil Otto shows up. I wouldn't expect it to be programmed, but you never know. I'm going to do 2-player again. Just because you can see the other 2 enemies on the right side are controlled by the computer, but the one up here is waiting for input from the second controller. There he is, me wiggling the second Atari joystick. Alright, so let's kill them all and let's see what happens. The way the controls work are great. Works really well with the joystick. And then to shoot, you can see I can hold down the red button and then move around, and then when I let go, that's whenever it fires. And these guys are just shooting into the wall. Nothing very fancy. Oh, and they got me. I can't believe it. We have waited a long time. I don't think Evil Otto's going to show up. Which means it's the best version of Berserk ever. There's no Evil Otto. Yeah, the laser sounds are pretty good. I'm pretty sure it was ripped from another game. Let's see if this one will go. Yeah, there we go. So this one, the second player can take over, and then bam. And I bet if I just hang out here, no Evil Otto, right? This time we'll head to the left. Yeah, okay, that's where you go in. So you can't go to the left. It's only go to the right. Doesn't give you as much freedom as Berserk. You can't go up or down. You're just moving to the right, room to room. It just changes the color for every room. But I think it's just more fun that it's kind of like, think of Gunfight, or the mini variants we've seen of 2 enemies on the screen and you're just shooting each other. We've seen this since the Fairchild Channel F. And it's that idea, but now you have a bigger screen to move around, and your opponent can control multiple people. So cool. Yeah, so there you go. That is Rick Messner. He said we're going to love this game. I say it's one of the best type-in games you could have in 1982. It was several pages long, but it was definitely worth it. Would you say this is one of the best games of all computer games you could play at the time, or is it just an excellent game you could play at the time? I'd say if you have 2 people with you, this is one of the best. I'm going to go 4.5 stars for Maniac. Having 2 people is really what sells this. All right, so after Maniac, typing in a game, let's see what is next. We're now going to the Apple II, and this is MIRV, M-I-R-V. Let's see what MIRV's all about, starting with the box. I'll keep on saying box. A lot of these weren't in boxes, they were in sleeves. This is my level 10. MIRV, and that's all we got for artwork. That's all we have. Let's pop it and play some MIRV by level 10. It's May 15th, 1982. As we blaze a trail playing every single game. I couldn't believe Maniac. Still blew my mind away. All right, we're here. We're in without any explanation or anything. So MIRV is essentially I'm controlling with the keyboard cursor keys to move left and right, and all I got to do is just capture those missiles, make sure they don't drop to the ground. But I'd say the control feels a little loose, even though it's only 2 buttons. And it is static screen. This is what you see here is what you get. So MIRV is military themed. It's multiple independently targeted re-entry vehicle. Missile capable of striking multiple targets. Yeah, all you have to do is pick up the missiles and that's it. So from one computer game that we typed in that wasn't as impressive to MIRV, it makes it seem kind of simple. I would think MIRV felt more like I was playing a Game & Watch or a handheld game, because it essentially was just moving a vehicle and then collecting the missiles. So it feels more like a handheld title. And what you saw there was it. There was no other screens. I played until the point I caught about 60 missiles, and then I realized, okay, this is the whole thing. There's nothing else to it. So for all the games we've seen at the time, it's not a broken title, but it's pretty darn close. I'm going to go 1.5 stars. It's down there in the bad range of all the computer games we could play up to this point. But even, yeah, it's a good point. It does feel, you could call it a Kaboom clone, but even then, Kaboom or Avalanche had substance to it, and it had the paddle control to move left and right. This one was, you saw it was moving almost blocks at a time with the convoy, so yeah, not a good title. MIRV, breeze on by, and that's what we're going to do. Here's our next game. We're going to IBM PC compatibles, and this is Othello. One that we don't have a box for, just a few screenshots. Let's pop in Othello and play on our IBM PC. This is by nobody. We have no idea who this is by. Published sometime May 15th, 1982, and you say to yourself, we don't know who it's by. Why are we playing this? Well, it's because any game we can get our hands on, we're going to do it. We play it all here. All right, let's play a 2-player game. Last person in chat was Chiptune. I think we got Caps here, yeah. And last person before that was, we'll call him Manly, for Manly Stranger. So here we go. Chiptune versus Manly Stranger. It's Othello. Very bare bones Othello. Chiptune's going first, and it looks like we just have to type in the number to jump. If Chiptune's green, I guess I type 44, enter. Yeah, there we go. So it's pretty bare bones Othello. Kind of typical what we'd expect on the IBM PC. See, Manly needs to go 45, right? Yeah, there we go. And then Chiptune can go 43. Why would they give you the option to pass? That's strange. Oh, we need to do 38. There we go. Yeah, it's Othello. There is no interface where we're using a joystick. I wouldn't expect that on the IBM PC, but there is nothing to let us move around freely on the board. It's an Othello game that is, I would say, more rudimentary compared to what we've seen, but from 1982 standards, it's really not as bad as that. It's typing in one at a time, hot seat style. Well, we got Chiptune's up next. Chiptune's green. We'll go 46 next. And then Manly goes next, 21. We'll do 53. Yeah, so it's doable. It works. It's Othello. We've played better versions. I still hold that, so far, the home console versions of Othello, if you want to play Othello, that's the way to go. Particularly Atari is the way to go. Chiptune's throwing 1 out for this one. I wouldn't say broken. If I was going to give this one a rating of all the computer games you could see at the time, I'd still give it 1.5 stars. It's a bad title, considering all the other computer games you could play, but it's not broken. And with that, let's press forward and see our next game. Here we go.
Comes to space games. Nobody compares to Atari.
Ooh.
Excuse me. Have you compared them to Intellivision?
Intellivision?
Sure, they've got great space
Intellivision?
games, like Intellivision Space Battle.
I didn't know.
I didn't know about Intellivision. What's that?
Astro Smash.
I didn't know.
Here, compare for yourself. Intellivision Space Games from Mattel Electronics. Once you compare...
I love how they like pretend, oh, I don't know what Intellivision is. What is that? Granted, we have played everything here that exists in all video gamedom under the sun, so nothing surprises us. But it's funny when the commercial has the kid that's saying how Atari is amazing, and Intellivision comes and steps in and goes, what about Intellivision? Oh, I don't know what that is. And if you know the rivalry, of course, it's the console war happening between Intellivision and Atari. They're the big consoles that are the biggest competition. And this is the reason why. When you got George Plimpton pushing for Intellivision, and then Atari comes out with his kid who says he knows everything about video games. Now they got the kid. How Mattel got the kid, though? The same kid, not what they did with the VIC-20. Commodore VIC-20 commercials have some made-up kid that almost looks like him, and then a George Plimpton lookalike to sell the VIC-20, because William Shatner beams in and says, "Well, no, these systems are terrible. You need the Commodore VIC-20." Yeah, right? It's like the Mac versus PC advertising back in 1982. Definitely. So here is Night Stalker, the seminal Night Stalker for the Intellivision. Really excited to show off this one. Let's take a look at the box for Night Stalker. Oh, once again, Intellivision blows us away. Great sci-fi artwork on the front. Looks like a dash of horror, maybe. We got bats and spiders you gotta fight, but it's robots that are the main adversary. You're running around with a laser gun. That white suit kind of looks like Mr. Arcade from the handheld Coleco commercials. Let's flip it over on the back, and here you go, Night Stalker. Your man's trapped in the maze. Spiders, bats, and robots are tracking him down. The robots and creatures never stop. Shoot one, another appears. Fire off 6 shots, then pick up a reloaded weapon. The higher your score, the trickier the robots become. The only safe place is inside the bunker, and they're waiting outside. Survival is the name of the game. Robots are firing shots. So there's an example of the screenshot. You get points for hitting the robots and creatures. Each weapon has 6 shots, and then you run and get another somewhere in the maze. And start with 6 men, gain bonus men as you play, lose them all, and the game is over. Let's see what other artwork we have for Night Stalker. Oh, that's right, that was the port they did of this one. This is the first one on Intellivision, and I believe the man that's in Night Stalker is kind of like the mascot at the time for Intellivision. All right, so we have the overlay that we're going to be putting over our numpad controller, and this one kind of is like a twin stick shooter. You can move using the disc at the bottom, and then to fire you use the numpad. So they recommend you hold it with 2 hands. Even though you're not able to fire in all 8 directions, it has the feel where you can move in one direction and fire in another. Love that. There's the cartridge we're going to pop in our Intellivision with an example of the screenshot. Dark Caverns we'll be seeing later. Good shout out there. Here's the manual for Night Stalker. Yeah, the Intellivision one. And this one says, again, 1 or 2 players. The last manual we had for Sub Hunt, they lied to us. I want to see if this is actually 1 or 2 players. So the object of the game is your man's trapped down the maze. There he is. Love the animation on the man, by the way. Robots relentlessly track him down, keep him away from spiders and bats. Watch out for robot fire, rack up as many points, and then it's against them to the end. And that's pretty much it. The controls, you can see you moving the man, they just call him the man, with the disc at the bottom. You can shoot up, down, left, and right. And then I think that's, yeah, game speed is just the top 3. But that's it. So much different than Sub Hunt. After we played that, this seems like something simple you see on Atari. So there you go. First thing you do is pick what speed you want. We're going to go fastest speed. We're ready to play some real Night Stalker. The game begins immediately with a man inside the center bunker, loaded with weapons, lying in the maze and flashing. You have to pick up the gun, so the game begins without a gun, and it gives you the feel that you're a prisoner that's escaping prison, and you have to go find the weapon to shoot. Cool idea. So you can run and shoot. You can see you can move and shoot at the same time. That's why I would give this kind of the homage that it's a twin stick shooter. Not as much fidelity, like you don't have the 8-way shot, but still good. So there's the bunker. When you're inside, spiders and bats can't harm him, but bullets, robots. Oh, bullets, robots will not harm him. Okay, until the black robot comes up, so watch out for him. And there's your man. You start off with 6 lives. Each time you rack up 10,000 points, you get another life. When your last man's down by robot fire, the game is over. So where's the 2-player mode? I didn't think this was 2-player either. What is up with the manuals on Intellivision lying to us? There's the weapon you want to pick up to get some shots. Time your shots carefully, because once you lose all your bullets, you got to go find another gun. And occasionally you might have bullets left after you fired off 6 shots. When the weapon runs out of ammo. Ammo? We got a typo there. Next loaded weapon was placed right where the man was standing. He automatically picks it up, so you can keep on shooting. So we got spiders to attack. We have bats that are going to come after us. And then robots. And then they have different levels of robots. The gray one, the blue, the white. I don't think I've ever even seen the black robot whenever I played. The white robot, maybe. I probably didn't even get that far. Gray and blue is what I remember whenever I played this. So Invisible Robot is after 80,000 points. No wonder. I don't think I got that. So Blue Robot's after 5,000. Wow, yeah, never would have made it to 80,000. Invisible Robot. It's sneak attack. His bullets are invisible. That's your only clue about where he is. Good night. And then over here is the score. If you destroy the invisible robot, it's 4,000 points. Fantastic. And they got strategy tips. There you go. How to hold the hand controller. Put your hand on the disc there and then your keypad. That way you can move and fire your bullet at all times. And then it shows you how to deal with the aggressive robots later in the game. And then you can also knock off sleeping bats if you want to. I don't think this is two-player. Again, Intellivision's lying to us. It's time to play some Night Stalker by Steve Montero, Peter Allen, and Russell Lieblich. By Mattel Electronics, it's May 16th, 1982. We're ready to play some Night Stalker, so I'm going to go fast. We're going to go level 3 as quick as we can. And the game's fixed screen. We're only on one screen here. I move out of the maze. You can see there's my man. I got my shots. And now I move myself around the maze, and I'm just going to destroy enemies and stay alive. So this one has no other screens you move to. What you see here is, that's it. Trying to get, there it is. Oh, missed the shot there. In a way, it has the beginning feel like you're going to play something like Wolfenstein 3D. You know, you're a prisoner and you're trying to escape. But this shows you also the difference between console and computer, because the computer Wolfenstein 3D had way more going for it than just one room. Oh, I think it had the slowest. Yeah, this is the slowest speed. No way. Well, I want to go fast. Reset that. Okay, this is the fast speed. Oh, it feels like I'm still slow. I wanted to get the fastest one. Yeah, the animation of the running man's fantastic. Yeah, that's still too slow. No. Reset. Okay, we'll go for this one. Or no, wait. That's right. You move the disc. That's what I want. Okay, now we're on the fast one. So you have the 3 levels that you push. I think buttons 1, 2, and 3 on your number pad. But if you start the game and you move just the disc, it goes to this mode. This is the fast one. There we go. Let's see if we can get the robot in before he gets us. Yeah, nice. We got some shrapnel to blow him up. So the game doesn't do like Wolfenstein. There's no multiple rooms to go to. It is just this and just staying alive. And then when you use all 6 bullets from one laser gun, then you just get another one that shows up. So you can see we have a bat that started to sleep. I'm out of bullets now. Let's move to getting this gun. Can I get that one? Yeah, the bat was sleeping, knocked him out. And points are racking up, but you can tell how long it's going to take me to get to the farther levels. Oh, am I out of bullets already? No, okay. When you tried shooting a diagonal, I tried shooting an 8-way, but it didn't work. No. Okay, yep, out of bullets, got to get the gun. And you can hide in here to be safe. Yeah, you can't even shoot out of the cell, so once you're in, that's it. Yeah, right. They do call this a berserk variant. I guess because you're moving and shooting, but you saw the other speeds. Like this one is the fastest that it goes. This one feels more on par to berserk, but even still, I give berserk the nod on how fast it goes. And you don't get as much shooting. Oh, sweet! The bullet. I forgot the bullets go through. Blasted through the spider. Oh, I'm not gonna make this one. Oh yeah, you got me there. Still got plenty of lives. It shows you in the bottom left where you're at. We got 5 lives now. Going for the gun again. Thanks, Punk Rock Biker, for the heads up. I'm trying to think. I don't think I ever played on any modes slower than this. Now, does the robot continue to spawn in the bottom left? He does. Oh, I'm just going to rack up points that way. He's just going to... Oh, I got to go get another gun. I think that was 6. Yeah, that was 6. You gotta ask yourself one question. Did I fire 5 shots or 6? It seems the other enemies, the bat and the spider, they just kind of wander around aimlessly. But the robots are the ones that are smart. Using the strategy they had in the manual, it was basically fire the shot and then move out of the way. Yep, there you go. And here comes another. Watch. Go. He's going to show up again. Nice. And you just keep racking up the points. The robot's bullets can kill the bats? That's awesome. Love it. Yeah, for the first one on the Intellivision, I'd like to see the difference. Oh, here we go. Multiple robots. The blue robot has showed up with the green. I'd like to see if the 2600 is how different it is. No. Oh, yeah. I love how the bullets go through multiple enemies. And the robots always show up in the bottom left corner, so just keep firing your shots down there and getting lots of points. Okay, so we're already at 10,000, so I can see how you get farther and farther. Okay, go get some more bullets now. Yeah, good point. It would be better with 2 people. As a one-player game, it's a fun experience, and it's a solid game for 1982. Because we've seen pretty much everything, it does seem like something is possibly missing or lacking from it. But love the animation of the main character. And when you do a top-down maze game that's starting from Pac-Man and you add shooting, it just makes it better. Guns make everything better. There we go, 3 in 1, nice. But I mean, look at this. All I gotta do is... Oh, I almost got all 3. If you time it right, you'd be able to knock them out. Here, let's see if we can still get... Now the white... We got the white robot who showed up. Oh, he's just fat and slow. Oh, but he has shields. I see. Let's see, we do a shot and move out of the way. Okay, it takes multiple shots, it looks like. Got him. Yeah, 3 shots to kill the white one. Nice. I haven't moved over to the spider web. I want to see if that does something different. Okay, out of bullets. Got to go for another gun. Still a blast to play. After going from a 2-player Berserk variant, a very rare one on the home computer, it does feel like, where's the second player? We need someone else in here so we can shoot each other. Oh, from Doctor Who? You think that was on purpose or just kind of looks that way? Oh, there we go. I will give this to the game. The idea that you can shoot and plan your shots to move out of the way, oh no, I'm out of bullets, is really nice touch. We didn't really see this kind of thing from games like Targ because the bullets were usually moving so fast, you didn't have a strategy for it. But this one, since the bullets move slow, you can fire and then move out of the way. That would be where the fun's coming in. Like this robot here, I'm going to see if I can get... Nope. Oh, nope. And I should have gone up. But that's where this one shines. That's where it got... Oh, the Danger Will Robinson, Lost in Space? Yeah, he looks like that one. Too cool. Okay, so that's Night Stalker. Of all the games you could play on a home console, we did just play one of the best ones, Yar's Revenge. Night Stalker is an excellent title. I'd be hard-pressed to say it's one of the best home console games you could play. That single-player experience is why it's... when you think of all the console games you could play up to this point, I'm gearing around the 4-star range. It is a great and excellent title. I don't know if I'd say it's one of the best console games, though, you could play. Chiptune's with me with 4 stars. Anybody out there think that this is one of the best games you could play on a home console? For Intellivision, it's excellent. It doesn't have the complexity that most Intellivision games do, but I'm still going to go 4 stars for Night Stalker. Very excellent game for 1982. And with that, let's see what our next game is. A totally different one. This one is Stickybear Bop for the Apple II. Stickybear is a children's game, but it's not educational. A lot of people say it's educational, but this game is not. Here's the box for Stickybear Bop. A game for the whole family by Richard Hefter and Jack Rice. So you think, oh, it's for kids only. Well, it is a child's game, but it's not a... you'll see. Let's pop in and play some Stickybear Bop. It's May 18th, 1982. I first thought it was educational because everything else that Stickybear does, it's all something math-related or early childhood, but no. So this is pictures by Richard Hefter and programmed by Jack Rice. We're ready to play on our Apple II. Yeah, I don't have any dark secrets unless you know any. So you can do keyboard or paddle. Let's go paddle controls. Yeah. Hit P for paddle. I mean, look at how bright and colorful everything is. This is a fixed shooter or a shooting gallery game. You're essentially at the carnival. They give you a ball, you throw the ball at the top, and you knock everything out. And you bop it, and you rack up points. So it's an arcade game. It is for children only, and make it pretty simple and easy, but I mean, you can't deny it's an arcade-style fixed shooter game. And you also can't deny how big and colorful the graphics are. On Apple II, this is pretty good. It's also very simple. Oh, is that it? We're done? Oh, no, it has another round. Oh, now we have some graphic artifacting that came in. Oh, that's too bad. So it's not just one fixed shooter, it's different ones. And it looks like we hit the different... Oh, okay, you avoid the ball, and it looks like you're just hitting the apple now. That's the dark secret. The graphic problems. Oh, nice. So are we able to destroy the... We are. It's slowly degrading the balloon at the top where Stickybear is. So this is 3 screens so far. While it's designed for children with the colorful graphics and, of course, the mascot, it's still a very well-done arcade game to play on the Apple II. Responds very well with the paddle. Feels good. Moving left and right and firing. And it looks like we can slowly chip away at Stickybear's balloon. Yeah, never heard of the fixed shooter either. I think they're adding up our points for the amount of balls we had left over. Oh gosh, yeah, it's a different drawing now and graphics, but yeah, it looks like this is kind of a bummed, cracked copy. It still runs, but yeah, obviously it wasn't supposed to look like this. What was Stickybear hiding? I'm doing incredibly well at this game, and I'm glad too, because if I was doing terrible at this playing a kids game, then we'd have some problems. Let's see if this second mode is now. It's still kind of graphically met up, but we got the idea. Had some fun playing some Stickybear Bop. So this one, of all the games we'd play, I'd give it around average. For all the games you could see at the time, not kind of because it's the kids version and it's a simple concept, but still presented very well. I'll go 3 stars for Stickybear Bop. And that's not all. There's also Stickybear Bop for the Atari home computer. Let's take a look at Stickybear Bop for Atari and see how that fares. It's still May 18th, 1982. Published by Weekly Reader Family Software. Yeah, good animation. I wouldn't want to say it's a great or excellent game, but still, like, holds solid for a 1982 title. Atari version by Richard Hefner. Now, you can see it's a little darker. Oh, interesting. Now, this one is, you can push the button. Cool, you can do beginner or advanced mode, and then push start. I'm thinking it's the exact same game, though. We're going to go advanced. We're the big kid in the school ground playing some Stickybear Bop. If we have an early childhood game that involves like coloring or math, we usually skip over all those. But since this is a game, we're playing a shooter game or a shooting gallery game. Oh, I got some better sound effects now that we're on the Atari. Nice. All right, and this one got to get the aim in for the... Oh, the apple isn't going away this time. Maybe you shoot the star. Oh, we did it. We got this that one. Okay, I guess you have to hit it a few more times than usual. But now we can see it's Stickybear and whoever the other guy is. My Stickybear lore is pretty low. I don't know anything about it. But I just know it was made for kids and it was only on computers. Way before there was Richard Scarry, way before we had Pajama Sam, we had Stickybear. Which, now that I think about it, mascots, this might be the very first. There wasn't any other mascots we've seen for children so far. All right, can we do it? Oh, no, only when we played the Apple II could we take chunks away from Stickybear's hot air balloon. All right, there you go. Yeah, I like the circus feel, too. Very good point. All right, so same as we said before, 3 stars. A solid, average title for 1982. Way to go, Stickybear. And with that, let's see what our next game is. Still on the Apple II, this is Snooper Troops, case number 1, the Granite Point Ghost. Another title that's made for, they say 10 to adult, so it's meant to be like a mystery title, kind of like the Hardy Boys, but done as a video game. Let's take a look at the box for Snooper Troops. Oh, this is, I guess, the demo copy they scanned in. Someone's haunting the old Cable Mansion. It's up to you to find out who, but don't get caught. This is by Spinnaker Educational Software. This one's another, like, we're going to be playing Carmen Sandiego at some point, obviously. This one would be a homage or the beginning of those kinds of video games. Let's see what other artwork we have for Snooper Troops. Case number 1. Someone is trying to scare the Kim family right out of their new home, but who and why? It says educational value. Snooper Troops detective games help children learn to take notes, draw maps, classify and organize information, and help develop vocabulary and reasoning skills. How long will it take you to solve the case? A long time here on Chronologically Gaming. And for other versions, we just have some alternate ones. Let's pop in Snooper Troops, the first case by Computer Learning Corporation, the middle of May 1982. This is the first release, and I believe Spinnaker released lots of these. There's a Granite Point Ghost. Please don't think so. I like to think when I'm playing these games, if I'm going to play them as a 10-year-old or 13-year-old that pops this in 1982, would they really get the handle of it on an Apple IIe? Which I'm pretty sure they would have. But this would be something they'd be playing at school, too. So this is by Tom Snyder and Computer Learning Connection Incorporated. The Granite Point Ghost. Let's go. We're ready. I'm ready to solve the case. Is this your first day? Yes, it is. What agent would we like to be? Oh, very original. Agent 1 or Agent 2? Let's do Agent 1. Yes, there is a lot of games by Spinnaker. We're joining the case on Friday, week 2. Are you sure you want to erase the old one? Yes, I guess we do. Snoop license number 1. Now, the first thing I think of, would a 10 to 11-year-old have the patience to wait for the loading of the game? If this was a rotation in school, I guess you would have to wait for the load. All right, so what do we want? People facts, special message, accusation, old clue file. Let's do people facts. Whose file? Let's do Mud. What's Mud's file say? Mud lives at 4 Cliff Street. All right, so let's go leave. Now, if I was a kid, I'm pushing L. Mud is off and away on Thursdays. Oh, okay, so this is you have to take notes in the game. Which, if they're already a computer gamer, they would have been taking notes. With all the mazes you have to take notes for in 1982. Call, oh, you have to write down the number, 235-4646 to call Mud. Ask this phone contact about 3 keywords. And I'm not controlling this, like I have to wait for the text to scroll across the screen. Repair, oh, pals, repair, travel. Don't use those exact words. I still can't leave. Okay, let's leave. Hopping into the Snoopmobile. Can we call him? No, wait, can I move? Does the joystick work? No, Apple II joystick does not work. How do I go to... Oh, you got to use the numbers. Okay, so let's go to house number 2. 2? Anything? Oh, it does take a while to load up. Again, are kids really going to have that patience to do that? That's true. There is a lot of cassette-based games. This one was on 5 1/4 floppy. If your school bought the drive, then maybe. If it was written in BASIC, yeah. Yeah, it seems to be. If it's slow to load. Let's see what special message is. No message today. That's all we have. Now, if I say leave, can I go to a different place? I also want to know if the game's timed, so let's go to 4. Yeah, not doing that there. Something else to keep in mind, this game had a lot of booklets inside and things to read, and it had educational material. So the controls or how to play the game would probably be found in the box. Lots of, we call them feelies now. Yeah, if you think about loading, I guess maybe the kids had more patience back then. Most people didn't have microwaves in 1982. Yeah, if they if they're used to waiting and cooking their food, then I think they'd be fine waiting for this game. All right, so cool concept. I like the idea. It is an educational title, so for the games that you could play up to this point, it has that detective kind of game. So if you were wanting to play a detective style game, I could see that being a thing. For Snooper Troops, I'm going to give that one just 3 stars. Still an average title for all the games we could see up to this point. It has the ambition, but it doesn't really execute a lot of them very well. I'll give it that. It is no Oregon Trail, that's for sure. All right, after Snooper Troops, let's see what our next game is. It's the release of Quadrant 6112 for the Apple II. Let's take a look at Quadrant 6112 and see what it's all about. Starting with the box. This is by Sensible Software. The watch is quiet. Scanners show nothing of rebel activity as you comb Quadrant 6112. Suddenly a Stargate gapes open. A lone rebel ship surges into space. More alien comrades follow an attack. You must hold the quadrant from the invaders, and you must do it alone. Let's see what other art we have for Quadrant 6112. So the back of the box, as you're combing the quadrant, defending your turf, suddenly out of nowhere, alien ships appear. They do the whole story on the back of the box. Just when you think they're under control, the alien commander appears. He's extremely fast, very good shot, but you have a secret weapon. Heat Seekers. The flick of a finger destroys every alien in your quadrant. With a few seconds, you rest to repair for the next wave of alien attack ships. Get ready, here they come, fire. Nice, so the artwork, or the screenshot they give us, kind of looks like asteroids, possibly? Or at least the triangle-shaped ship. Scoring and other vital information appears at the top of the screen. You got unlimited ammo at your disposal. Heat Seekers devastate your attackers. Bonus ships awarded for aggressive play. And you need 48K to play Quadrant 6112. There's our advertisement flyer by Sensible Software. Very nice. The 3D wireframe graphics are starting to come in. Kind of see that in the back with the square race. Oh, a Mega Race is a good shout out. Yeah. It does look like with the box around the outside, or how when you played a Mega Race, the menu or the display was something that was a barrier. It's kind of doing the same thing. All right, here we go. Open up the flyer. We can see more of how to play. How to get started. You load it up and hit, showing you how to load up the disk. And then you need the Apple Standard Monitor ROM. And then they have the demo sequence. It begins to show the point where the value of each ship class comes up, and after the demo mode is entered and then ships are eliminated, this repeats. So it does kind of like an arcade game in a track mode. And to begin the game, you push 0 on your paddle controls. Okay, cool. Paddle 0 controls the ship. Turning clockwise turns it clockwise and counterclockwise, and you have the laser cannon to push. You can push that button, it'll fire a burst. You have unlimited energy for firing. Good. I'm tired of playing games like Night Stalker where you only have 6 shots. This is unlimited shots. To move, you push the button down steadily, and thrusters, wait a second. So this means the paddle control, you push the button quickly and you fire, but if you hold the button down, it thrusts you forward. That's going to be interesting. Like any object, your ship has inertia, and as a result, it takes a little time for your thrusters to change direction. So it might feel a little like Omega Race, the same idea, or asteroids too. Your ship's going to slow down due to friction with interstellar gases and debris. That's the reason you slow down. You cannot leave the quadrant to which you've been assigned. You attempt to flee, you bounce off the force field surrounding the quadrant, so you get stuck here till you blow everybody up. We do have 3 heat seekers that will destroy every enemy that is in normal space. These are activated by pressing the space bar. So we got heat seekers with the space bar. We got a stasis field that you can use at any time by pressing escape, which is the break key on the Apple II. And then we have sound effects we can turn off with the S key. So if they get annoying, we can do that. And then scoring, got to know what the points are in 1982. Each class is worth a different number of points. You get more points the more powerful they are. They don't tell us the number of points, though. Oh, there's just telling us how. There's 2 ways to score points. And then if you complete 1 lap against 4 different attack groups, you'll get another life. And then we have, every so often, the alien commander will emerge, like a boss, I guess. Alien commander's very good shot, extremely fast. Fortunately, he does not stay long at any one time, but he will be back. ... And then we have high scores you can insert in there. Cool. All right, so that's how we play. Let's play some Quadrant 6112 by Justin and Amanda Fisher for the Apple II. After the screenshot, probably is going to be like Omega Race. All right, let's load this up. Loading Quadrant 6112 on the Apple II. As usual, we get a pirate splash screen or a cracked splash screen. Whoa, that was awesome. Justin and Amanda Fisher, Sensible Software. So cool. Paddle button worked. I love it when it does that. It feels like I'm playing an arcade game or a console game. Computer games just let you put the controller in your hand and go. All right, so we're in. I have paddle control. You can see I have enemies that are in different quadrants. Oh, and they are correct. I tap the button to fire, but when I want to thrust forward, I have to... Oh, he got me as I blew him up. You have to hold the button down, so a little weird to get used to. So if I want to like fly around the screen, see, I'm holding the button down to fly. Yeah, it doesn't work as well. Feels a little bit iffy. And you can see I have different enemies in different areas, and the quadrant has just walls I can just bounce off of. And let's try out that... Oh, okay, you use the hyper blast or the explosion, and it just destroys everybody on the screen at once. And then what about my shields? It looks like it makes me flicker a little bit more, but that's all I can really tell. And yes, I very much feel Omega Race, especially rebounding off walls. Looks like it's going to open up different things, and they come out... Like in the middle, you can see there's a quadrant that they're bouncing off. I don't know if I call this an Omega Race variant. It still feels, because of the inertia... Oh, you can put your name in? Nice. It feels more like just playing Asteroids. Yes, when it had one button, you had to get ingenious. Coming up later this year is the infamous Indiana Jones for the Atari 2600, where they utilize not only two joysticks, but I think the black and white switch on the VCS, so you have multiple controls. But here you go. This is, I'm using tapping one button to fire and holding it down to thrust forward. I do like the way it feels, though. The gravity on these games is so cool. And you notice that it kind of gives a little bit of slowdown when we have more enemies on the screen at once. We got another one that's coming in. I like how the enemies are bouncing against the walls to let us know their location. And then eventually they come out, and then it's just random shots, pretty much. Yeah, a little too different from Omega Race. It takes a little bit of time to get used to. Omega Race that we played on the VIC-20, it was a little bit more pick up and play. This had the nice effect of just push the button and go. Like I haven't used... The only time I used the keyboard was to put my name in. But other than that, you could just continue to keep playing with the joystick over and over again. And that's the way to go. Oh, yes. I'm going to have to study up on that before we get to Indiana Jones. Come on. Yeah, I want to get further. I want to see more, too, of like the boss that they talk about. So, a really good title when you want to keep playing more and more of it. So, Quadrant 6112 is where it's at. Oh, wow, yeah. Maybe that's what they're talking about. The boss that has the shots. Enter your name. Look at those scores. 1,170. Yeah, it's, I would say, close to a race because of the barriers that you have. But still a great time. Quadrant 6112. A good game. A great game to play for your home computer. Of all the home computer games, I say it's a great title. When we played Omega Race for the VIC-20, I was up there saying it was one of the best titles you could play, or a 4-star game. It's great. I'm gonna say for Quadrant 6112, it's another well done, well designed game for the time. I'm gonna go 4 stars for Quadrant 6112. Great. Yeah, and you could turn the sound effects off if you wanted to. The way they programmed in the movement and the controls, it was a little bit slippery and takes a little bit to get used to, but still a very fun time. Paddle controls all the way. All right, and with that, let's move on to our next one. It's the release of Choplifter. Choplifter for the Apple II, the very first Choplifter. Really excited for this one. Let's take a look at Choplifter, starting with the box. Now, Choplifter was so popular and so seminal that there's lots of different boxes. Yes, this is a classic. This is one of the boxes you could have gotten for the Apple II by Broderbund, and then we also have this one, a later release, all in black. And then we flip it over the back. Most of us would like to be heroes. Trouble is, we're often not properly prepared when the chance to do something heroic comes along. This is your chance. In the area which lies just a few miles east of Patagonia and to the south of Kurdistan lies the Bungeling Empire. Oh, the first time we ever get the Bungeling Empire, or the world of the Bungeling, from Broderbund. This nation of militaristic ideologies has kidnapped the 64 delegates to the United Nations Conference on Peace and Child Rearing, an ancient treaty between the United States and the Bungeling that allows the U.S. Postal Service to maintain a mail distribution center in an area near where the hostages are being kept. You have smuggled an entire helicopter into the post office by disguising it as a mail sorting machine. There, you must reassemble your chopper. You've carefully planned your rescue of the 64 hostages and bring them back to the post office. Suddenly you hear the sound of explosions. Looking out on the plain where the hostages have been billeted in 4 barracks, you see one of the barracks aflame. The hostages are running about frantically, desperate for a chance to escape. Bungling planes and tanks are fast approaching and lives may be lost. Your chopper is ready to go and fully armed. There is no time to waste. Broderbund has already contacted the government of the 64 individuals involved and received assurances they are returned safely. Discussions on world peace can begin in earnest. Please purchase this package immediately. Go straight home, read the instructions for operating your helicopter, and lay out your plan for rescuing these innocent people. Then get to it. Don't blow it. Being a hero isn't easy, or everybody would do it. You gotta have, what is this, 48K. Requires joystick with 2 buttons. Got to have the 2 buttons, make sure. Yes, thanks for joining for the live stream of Choplifter. Fully guaranteed by Broderbund. So there you go, there's the other box. I believe that was the latest box title. And then the 5 1/4 floppy disk we're going to be putting in our Apple II, the original Choplifter by Dan Gorlin. And we do have the manual. So this was just the sleeve on the inside. So here's the front cover. On the sleeve, it shows you the rules. Hostages are locked in barracks. There's 16 per barrack. One barrack's been blown open so the hostages can get free, and you need to figure out how to free the other hostages without getting them killed. All 16 in each barrack must be rescued or killed before you can go on to the next one. The object of the game is rescue all of them, return them to the home base safely. You must land your helicopter close to the hostages so they can climb in, then return and put down the landing pad next to the post office in order to allow them to scramble out. Don't land on the hostages. That kills them. That's pretty much all I did. Show of hands, who just wanted to land on hostages when they played Choplifter? The scores at the top of the screen. The red lemon on the left shows how many hostages have been killed. The blue shows the number that are inside, and the seating capacity of 16 you can hold in your chopper. The green at the right shows the number that are safely returned. Maximum score is 64. Kind of like it was made for the Commodore 64. No, I haven't seen that yet. You get 3 helicopters per game. The game ends when you lose the 3rd one, or all hostages are dead or rescued. So it shows the controls, and man, I'm going to show off the controls for sure. The enemy has 3 weapons at their disposal. First are jet fighters, which I hate the jet fighters. They scream out of the background, shoot air-to-air missiles at you. You can shoot the fighters down. The second are tanks, which amble along and kill hostages or destroy helicopters which are on the ground. You can shoot back at the tanks with your helicopter facing forward. And the third, most deadly enemies are the drone air mines, which hone in on your helicopter. These are only enemy vehicles which will attack you on the side of the barrier at the post office as well as in the field. So you usually have a safe zone that you can go past. Yes, they suck. At least they both of them do. So there's our special keys. We can pause, hitting escape. We can pause the game. You have the sound on and off. Any key starts to play. Reverses up and down. Okay, so if you want to use the keyboard controls, you can too. And then we have Francis Scott Key plays the piano at the post office. Nice. And then plays chess at the post office. Wait a second. What is Albuquerque? Oh, I love it. The inside jokes. Boris Spassky plays chess. Albuquerque plays is a college roommate he had. Nice job. Is that the joke that Dan put in? So cool. All right, here it is. Choplifter. It is May 21st, 1982. The first release of Choplifter. So excited to show this one off. This was in the 1001 games to play before you die. It is one of the best games, I would say. This is one of those rare games on a home computer that eventually turned into an arcade game. So here it is. We're playing it first. It starts off like an arcade game. We have an attract mode. This isn't me playing, kind of showing you what it's like, what the helicopter movement is. There it is, landing, picking up everyone else. It's like a how to play. And take a look at the graphics. They have some twinkling stars in the background. The helicopter has a pseudo 3D look, the way it swivels back and forth and even hovers. You can see Dan Gorlin spent a lot of time programming the movement of the chopper. There we go. Broderbund Software presents Choplifter. No sound for the intro. Very interesting. All right, so let's go right in the game. I didn't need to do anything on the keyboard. I have my controller joystick, and I just push the button and I'm in. Here we go. We're playing Choplifter. Let me show you how this works as far as controls and why this game is so good. I have absolute controls, which means I just move the joystick around. The direction I move the joystick is where the chopper goes. And then I have one button to swivel the chopper. If I hold the button down, it just turns you all the way around from left to right. If I just tap it, though, it goes into this mode where I'm facing forward. And look at that. It looks like I'm moving a 3D helicopter around. And then when you want to fire, depending if you face left or right, like if you saw screenshots of this, it just looks like a normal shoot 'em up. You know, you fire shots forward. But if you move up and down, you can see the shots are moving up and down. And then if I move left and right, it actually tilts the shots. So you got this small nuance of shots. And even more than that, you can tap the button to move forward. And now, if I'm firing shots, they go straight down. But because they have this gravity moving you left and right, you got some little changes of your shots to give you even more accuracy for how you're going to be shooting tanks or different enemies that are down below. This right here is what makes the game. The play control for Choplifter is where it's at. All right, so let's go. As we move ourselves to the left side, you can see we have this 3D effect of the safe zone. Always used to love that. They take it to the next level when this is ported to the Sega Master System and a few other ports. All right, so here we go. Let's go. Moving in. I always want to do some extra shots, finding the enemy, and get them before they get me. So here's our tank. We got to move to a different position, blow them up. Nice. Same one. Just tap. And, oh, man, I got to tell you, if you can play this and control this based on all the other computer games we played, this is so good. Get to the chopper. Get in there. Let's go, get going! What are you doing? Oh no, and another one, quick! Tank shows up, gotta switch. And this game also has the risk reward of, you can load up the chopper, you can see I have 4, 5, 6, 7, go, 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 go! But if you blow up, they all die. So you can play it safe, but I'm gonna play it safe and go back, fly all the way back to the other side. The moon does look like a disco ball. Make it to the post office. Do we get any songs? No, no music. But you don't need it, because Choplifter... Oh, and he waves at us. I forgot about that. Nice touch. You're welcome, random citizen. Oh no, they brought the jets in. Oh, great. So you can tilt yourself back. See how remember I used to run away and then get the shots to come up to try to hit the jet. All right, let's take out this tank. In a way, this kind of reminds me of Lunar Leaper. It's another rescue-style game where you have different enemies that are attacking you. Got him. Nice. Lunar Leaper had a time constraint, though. This one's just, you know, the enemies. Like, did I want to wipe out? Oh, oh, careful, careful, careful. Let's go, get in the chopper. Move it, what are you doing? Go, 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 go. Oh, he's trying to blow him up. I'm just going to go. Let's go. No! And that means everyone that was in the chopper is now dead. And so it shows, yeah, the 8 that were in the chopper are dead. So we're on our second sortie. Let's go. Turn the chopper around. This feels so good. Choplifter is like a breath of fresh air. Oh, man, yeah, those jets. When you get used to turning left and right and firing... Oh, last one. I think it was 3 lives is all we got. The other thing that makes this game feel so good is It's almost like a pseudo helicopter simulation game by how good it feels, but it's easily controlled. It's not complicated. Okay, where you at, buddy? Tilt back. Oh, is no one else here? Oh, here we go. Quick, get in, get in. Go! All right. Notice the slowdown when we have so many characters on the screen at once? Oh, another tank showed up. Oh, great. And we got two at once. Oh, the jet can move down and just blow us up. Yeah, you can play this all summer long. There you go. So that's the 3 lives for Choplifter. And this is single player only. You notice there was not even an option for alternating play. But this would be a really fun game to play where you would take turns switching off to see who can get rescue the most hostages before you blow up. Oh, I already blew some guys up. Yep, I'm shooting them. No! I thought you could only land on them. Can you Let's see. Okay, so firing from this place does not kill them, but if you're here, you blow them up, right? I thought it was only landing on them. I'm going to try to shoot these guys because I thought you couldn't shoot. Oh my gosh, you can. Yeah, so your bullets will blow them up. Go, go, go! Yeah, it feels so good. You can see how the jet's frustrating. If you think the jet's frustrating, get ready for the last enemy. It can go past the boundary, so you don't have a safe zone. Man, we're losing so many guys this time. I was starting to play safe before, and that's the kind of thing you start with. Let's rescue a few hostages, head on back home, and play it safe. And you start to get more and more risky the longer you play Choplifter. You start to take more risks, and again, adds to the fun of it. It's great. Only 6 months. I hadn't heard that. That's really interesting. Pretty impressive, Dan Gorlin. Yeah, the sound effects aren't irritating. They work really well, and it's typical for Apple II. And it almost gives it a serious feel, too. That this isn't fun and games. We need to go rescue people. This is big. Go, go, go! Run faster! Get to the chopper! Alright, I want to take this guy out. I'm tired of you bullying me, buddy. Come here. I know you turned around. Alright, I won't chance it. We're heading back. Whoa! Barely missed the... Oh my gosh. They're everywhere! That's 3 jets I avoided. Now this means I don't think the jet can come past this side. Whew. Don't know how I made it past that. Wow. Alright, let's see if the jet's waiting right on the other side. Yep, he is. That bastard. And gameplay is king. It's so good. Oh, there it is. Oh no. I forget what they called it, but it's the UFO that can chase after us and attack us. Oh, where'd it go? It's gone. Is it on the other side? Are you attacking the post office? I want to go see if he's over here. No, he's not here. Okay. I'm surprised you already got him. The other thing, too, that's good about the game is there's no difficulty level. It's just, you just play Choplifter. Another staple of something done really well. He got me. He's so fast. Wow. So good. All right, that was Choplifter for the Apple II. We're going to see a few other releases on other home computers, but this is the very first on the Apple II. And this is the reason why I'm giving this 5 stars. It is the very best computer game you could play up to this point. We played everything from the very beginning, and as we play game to game to game, we're going to see titles that blow everybody else away and throw them under the bus sometimes. But 5 stars for Choplifter. Of all the home computer games you could play, I'm saying it is one of the best titles. There you go. 5 stars from Punk Rock Biker, 5 from L. Curtis B, 5 from Chiptune. Yeah, it is an incredible release. And that's where we're going to end our evening this time, playing every single video game. Great way to end the evening. We have lots more games to show. We're only in May of 1982, and who knows where we'll go next. That's it for today, and like I always say, never leave a man behind. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are Perpetually Retro, and we will catch you next time.